Hey guys, it's Scott here from Horse Racing Daily, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into the full race replay of the Florida Derby, and then we'll do the
That
analysis.
leaves long shot Rogue Element to complete the line. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Kirtland, Florida Derby. Moving up toward the inside, Chivalry gets the first call, as seen on TV. Was away quicker today, and he's down toward the inside, but Chivalry beats him to the rail. Up on the outside, Ete Indian is next. They're stacked across the course after that. Rogue Element was no less than 6 wide as they chase Chivalry around the first turn. Ete Indian right up on his outside. He's now second, as seen on TV. He has to angle for Racing Room. He's a joint third with the Holy Bull winner, Tiz the Law, 4 wide in fourth. 5 wide out there in Independence Hall. Gouverneur Morris is sandwiched between horses. My First Grammy is down toward the inside. Candy Tycoon is second last, and the trailer is Rogue Element, and the pace is controlled early. 23-3 for the opening quarter. Down the backstretch they go. Chivalry having an early tussle with Ete Indian on the outside second. Manny Franco has Tiz the Law perfectly positioned third at the 5/8. Back to fourth goes as seen on TV. Then it's Candy Tycoon. He covers up Gouverneur Morris, who's in the 2 path. At the inside in My First Grammy, third last. Candy Tycoon is still second last, and the trailer is Rogue Element, and they're inside half a mile from home in the Florida Derby. And here comes the matchup. Ete Indian just ran by Chivalry, but Tiz the Law moves to him on the outside. Independence Hall given the green light by Joel Rosario to launch a bid. He's now fourth, 4 in front of Gouverneur Morris. Backpedaling is as seen on TV. The rest not of consequence with 5/16 to run. On the outside, Tiz the Law bids up boldly now to challenge Ete Indian for the top. Chivalry at a huge number cuts the corner and tries to fight on. Gouverneur Morris is loose and charging on the far outside. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Manny Franco sets down Tiz the Law, and he's moving away. Chivalry is now outrunning Ete Indian for second. Gouverneur Morris is now fourth. Less than a 16th to go in the Florida Derby, and it's time to respect the law. Tiz the Law is your Florida Derby winner. He won by 3 over Chivalry second, Ete Indian third, then Gouverneur Morris and Independence Hall to complete the high five in 150 flat.
Okay, I think the big winner of that race has to be Tiz the Law. Hands down, he punched his ticket to the Kentucky Derby. Chivalry also kind of a winner, but given that the Florida Derby always has a history of some long shot horses getting in second in the exact, and they never really go on to do much else. I don't know how much stock you can put into that, but I'd say everybody else is kind of the loser of the race. Ete Indian ran a decent race. I always thought Tiz the Law was the better horse of the two anyways, and it showed today. When this race came back on times, I was not really all that impressed with it. You could almost say that Tiz the Law maybe took a step back. And you see they ran 23.75, 47.95, 111.94, 136.79 for a minute 50 seconds. And for Gulfstream, that's kind of a slow time, and I'll go through some other races in the card and kind of show what I'm talking about. There's a lot of turf races. You have to bear with me while I go through and find the dirt races. This was the Gulfstream Park Oaks. It ran at 143.54. Swiss Skydiver got to pretty much walk on the lead for the most part of the race. So I think that's why the time came back kind of slow on that one. That was another older horse for the optional claiming race where they ran basically the same time. You'll see 7 furlongs in the dirt with a Vekoma 121.92, and that's not that far, too far away from the track record. It's only 2 seconds, whereas the other race was 4 seconds. And we'll keep going. This was at the mile and an eighth, the Howes Hope Stakes with older horses. Ran 150.25, and Identifier, Just Whistle, Bodie Express. They're not going to be 4-year-olds that when it's all of a sudden done, you're going to hear a lot about as far as competing for Eclipse Awards and winning Breeders' Cups and stuff like that. So kind of makes you wonder if Tiz the Law took a step back in the race. And you'll see a mile on the dirt, 1:35.63. And that was Wyndham Change, who's not going to be known as a top horse either. Matter of fact, he won the race at 19-1. We can keep going through, and it looked like both the turf and the dirt kind of played fast today. 1:22.65, and this is allowance optional claiming. So I think the track definitely was speed favoring on the day. So I'm kind of not so impressed with Tiz the Law's time, but it might have just been, it might not have been fully cranked for it. And since the Kentucky Derby's moved to September, this might just be a kind of a reboot, and they're gonna save his best. It didn't look like he was being like really ass until like down the stretch, and he started taking off. He kind of got up to Ete Indian on pretty much on his own. I thought he would have got up on terms with him a lot sooner than he did, and a little bit easier. Maybe I just had too high of hopes for this horse, or that could be, there could be all different explanations, but visually it didn't look as impressive to me. We'll have to wait and see how the speed figure comes back. I really think it's going to be lower than the 108 he got here, and the 117 Equibase speed figure, and the was it like 120 something time for him. I think it's going to be down to like probably 115, 116 if I had to guess. And I say the bar would probably come back 96, 97. So we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully anybody that played the horse today enjoyed a big payday. If not, there's always next time. But thanks for watching, guys.